Dinosaurs are a part of a larger debate over origins, the age of the Earth, and interpreting the evidence we have. Dinosaurs were popularized when in 1822, Mary Ann Mantell of Sussex, England, found a stone glittering in the sunlight and showed it to her fossil hunting husband. In 1841, Sir Richard Owen, the first superintendent of the British Museum, coined the term dinosaur, from the Greek words meaning terrible lizard. All scientists have the same facts and the same fossils. Some approach the issue of dinosaurs from an evolutionary standpoint, and others from a standpoint that the Bible is a written revelation from God and an accurate description of history. Those who hold to an older view of the Earth do not think the Bible mentions dinosaurs and believe that dinosaurs evolved 235 million years ago, before man. They theorize that around 65 million years ago, a cataclysmic event killed the dinosaurs, though they are not in agreement on what that event was. Since the word dinosaur was not even invented until 1841, it is not used in the Bible. The Old Testament uses the Hebrew word tanayin, which is translated sea monster, and sometimes as serpent, but it is most commonly translated dragon. The tanayin appears to have been some sort of giant reptile. These creatures are mentioned nearly 30 times in the Old Testament, and were found both on land and in the water. The Bible teaches that God made the dinosaurs, as well as other land animals, on day 6 of creation. Adam and Eve were also created on day 6. So dinosaurs lived at the same time as humans, not separated by eons of ages, as commonly taught. From the Bible, we see that there was no death, bloodshed, or suffering before sin entered the world. Death and bloodshed came into the world only after Adam and Eve sinned. The first death of an animal occurred when God shed an animal's blood in the Garden of Eden and clothed Adam and Eve. This was also a picture of the atonement, foreshadowing Christ's blood that was to be shed for us. Dinosaurs could not have died out before people appeared because dinosaurs had not previously existed, and death, bloodshed, disease, and suffering are a result of Adam's sin. Dead animals before sin would contradict and undermine the gospel of Christ. Representatives of all kinds of air-breathing land animals went on board the ark with Noah as described by the Bible, including juvenile dinosaurs. The animals outside the ark perished in a cataclysmic flood, and their remains became the fossils we view today. After the flood, the animals came out of the ark, but it was a much different world than before the flood. Post-flood climactic change, lack of food, disease, and man's hunting caused many types of animals to become extinct. Approximately 800 mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds, fishes, invertebrates, and plants became extinct between 1500 and the year 2000. Nearly a third of the world's amphibian species have become extinct since 1980. The dinosaurs, like many other creatures, simply became extinct over time, though we do have many living fossils alive even today. Scientists accept the mammoth drawings in caves, so it should seem reasonable to also accept other depictions of men with dinosaurs. There are also many extra-biblical accounts of dinosaurs and man coexisting. Nearly every ancient civilization has some sort of art depicting giant reptilian creatures. North America has petroglyphs, artifacts, and clay figurines of dinosaurs. Rock carvings in South America depict men riding diplodocus-like creatures, and also images of triceratops-like, pterodactyl-like, and tyrannosaurus-like creatures. Ancient Peruvian pottery has been found that shows men and dinosaurs, as well as a man riding a triceratops. Roman mosaics, Mayan poetry, and Babylonian city walls all picture men coexisting with dinosaurs. Marco Polo's account of his travels also brought tales of dinosaurs in captivity in China. Fossilized footprints of humans and dinosaurs have been found together in both North America and in Central Asia. A Sumerian epic from around 2000 BC tells of Gilgamesh's encounter with a vicious dragon that he killed and decapitated. When Alexander the Great marched into India in 330 BC, they found the Indians worshipping huge, hissing reptiles they kept in caves. England and other cultures preserve the story of St. George who slew a dragon. In the 1500s, a European scientific book, Historia Animalium, listed several living animals that we would call dinosaurs. A well-known naturalist of the time, Ulysses Aldrovandus, recorded an encounter between a peasant named Baptista and a dragon whose description fits that of the small dinosaur Tanisterophus. The encounter was on May 13, 1572, near Bologna, Italy, and the peasant killed the dragon. If we can't believe the Bible about history, how can we trust its moral aspects and its message of salvation? If the evolutionist teaching of millions of years of dinosaurs with death and suffering is true, then the biblical account is false. If the Bible is wrong in this area, then how can we trust it in other areas? If everything in creation just made itself through natural processes, then there was no special creation. If God did not make us, then he would have no right to tell us how to live. Without morality, there is no sin. If there is no sin, then there is no need for a savior. Biblical teaching of origins is key for people to understand God's punishment of sin and our need for his savior, Jesus Christ, sent to save humans from sin. The Bible's depiction of dinosaurs is accurate, and God's revelation of ancient history can be trusted.